And hello to all my friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent. I'm here to do your free psychic tarot reading for October 2021. And before we get started on that, I need to take about 30 seconds to do a quick drawing here for the free readings I'm giving away on Facebook every single month. So make sure you follow that. The link is in the description. So we're giving away 10 free readings here. I'm going to draw some names. This is the You and Me sweepstakes giveaway for October. We have 4 My Month winners and then 1 grand prize winner. So the My Month is a short and sweet little audio personalized file. It's a very popular product of mine. And these people will be winning that. We have Tracy L. and Tammy S. We also have Courtney S. and Ashley G. Laura A. and Monica C. Rhonda B. and Kelsey J. And then the grand prize winner for the 30-minute readings for the You and a Friend will be Esther M. and Mandy V. So congratulations to all 10 winners. You will be receiving those in the month of October. Again, please remember to follow the Facebook page and like the page so that you can be a part of future giveaways. And all these products are available on the website, scottsagent.com. And now back to your October reading. Okay, Libra, they have dialed up for you a Celtic cross for October. We're going to do that as a big spread. It's basically focused around one main area. It can go a little this way, a little that way, but usually it's just all about one topic. And it can also go a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, so it's usually an interesting spread for a general reading. And then we're going to conclude with what I call telling time. That's going to give you a couple windows of opportunity for something. I'm not exactly sure what. We're going to find out when we do the spread, but that is a time calendar, basically pinpoint areas of time that are very of interest to you. So that's what we're going to look at here. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. And now I'm going to bring you in so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're ready to have a great October. And we are in Libra season. So happy birthday to all my Libras. Here we go. What I'm doing right now are my ritual cuts. It basically cuts the deck into 3 different pieces, puts them back together in a separate order, and that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. I'm going to do the same to this deck here, and then they're ready to run. And that's the same procedure as if you were getting a private reading from me. So here we go. Libra, Celtic cross first. This is you and all that you are. This is what crosses you. This is what's behind you. This is what's in front of you. This is what's above you, something you're aware of. This is what's below you, something you're not. And then we go up the sides with 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to show you that separately. The Celtic cross gets tall, so it's hard to fit on the kind of the wide angle view that my phone captures. So anyway, here's your main cross first. Let's see if I'm going to tack anything onto that. We have just really here and here. Okay, so you can see the main cross. Now I'm going to kind of move the sides around. I call it running up the sides. I don't know if it has an actual name. I call it that because it's what it does. It runs up the side. So here's that. This is 7, 8, 9, and then 10 is going to be at the tippy top up here. There we go. That is the 5 of Cups inverted. Now I do have to check my inverts real quick because we do have quite a bit of that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got quite a bit. So I need to ask them if they would like that straightened up, and they said no. We're going to actually leave things the way they are. So it is ready to run. We're going to do it as is. So let's get to work, Libra. All right. Let's start at the very beginning. October is a time of getting over mental anxiety, getting over mental stress, whatever it is for you, the stressors of life. October is going to be that purging of the old, of that mental, whatever it is that's in your head. It's going out in October. That is where we start. That starts with you. The very next thing we have on the other side of that is the 6 of Cups. In this deck specifically, it likes to talk about family members here. They're coming in blocked. So I don't know if you have not been seeing family members or you've been putting them off, or maybe it's just not the timing to see family, or there's something in the way of the family symbiotic relationship or what is going on there. But we have basically family coming in blocked a little bit. So it's going to be different for everybody. I guess it's a good time to remind you this is a general reading. You know, we can only take it so far. If you're looking for messages that are personal, private messages just to you, I do offer personal readings on my website, scottsagent.com. So as we move to the past here, the near past, we have blocked money. As that comes into October, perhaps some of you are waiting for some money to come in, and this is a large chunk of money for a lot of you Libras. This is not something to laugh at. This is a decent chunk of money here. The King of Pentacles to me is usually a pretty significant chunk. So it's coming in the past saying that it's not there. So I'm assuming it's going to get here soon because it's coming up in the past position. So this is going to break at some point. I'm assuming October is going to be the target date for that, since that's what we're reading for. Anyway, good to see. As we move into the future position, they really want to talk about being in it to win it, really kind of sticking with it, sticking with the program. I don't know if that's what that is for you specifically. For some people, it may be health. For others of you, it may be, fixing the relationship, whatever's going on in your love corner with family. We talked about family already. Really kind of being devoted, being determined, in it to win it is what they show coming up in the future. So that basically is going to be, that's the path. That's the way you have to go. So you can't, don't leave anything behind. Don't abandon anybody or any situation. That is coming up because you have a tendency to want to do that. It's going to be hard to be in it to win it, as I described. It's going to be hard to do that. So that's why they're bringing it up in the future position, so you can kind of be ready for it, so you can expect it, and then you can do what you got to do when it comes. So that's what we have in the future position. Up top, they're talking about something that you already know. For a lot of you, this is the Justice card inverted for everybody. Now, it has a few different definitions, and that is where it's going to vary depending on the Libras and where you are on the Libra spectrum. But one thing the Justice card means is legal agreements, could be contracts, all that stuff. It's basically saying you're already aware that this is blocked. So this is not here now, and you're aware of it. So it's something that it's not a surprise. You are expecting maybe this to come through in some form. It could also be court stuff or anything pretty much legal falls into this category. If it's not that, it's returning karma that is not yours. So you're dealing with karmic things that are not really your problems, but you still have to deal with them because it affects you. It attaches to you. Like I said, family members, good example of that. If something happens to a family member of yours, it may be completely their fault, have nothing to do with you, but it affects you because you're so close to them. So that's the kind of stuff that comes up for the on top position with the Justice card. They also say go the distance here, so it's a reminder that this is a marathon. This is not a race. So really just kind of maybe take your time a little bit with it. Be thorough. Make sure that you don't miss on anything here. They're saying you're already aware of all this. So really, they're just telling you this so that you nail it. That's really all it's about. Now in the lower position, this is something you're not aware of. For a lot of you Libras, this is an action in regards to love. I don't know when this comes in. I would assume October, since we're reading for October, but there is no linear time in this position. So this is something looming. It's on the horizon. Could be as early as October 1. It could be as late as November. I'm not exactly sure when this comes in, but we have a love action coming in. Now this is positive. A love action is usually a step in regards to love. It's like moving in with somebody or taking the relationship to the next level. It basically depends on where you're at and just moving it one step forward, at least one step forward. And it's a positive step, so it's something you should do. Just not sure when it comes, okay? The other thing worth mentioning here is there is a Scorpion in this deck, in this picture, so it could be something with a Scorpio for some of you. Or just a water sign male or water sign female. All that stuff comes up for the under position. Something to consider as you move through your October. They're kind of giving you that hint for a reason. Now as we move into the advice column over here, we have the Death card. This is a complete renewal, so they want you to get to the foundation, not even the foundation really, just energetic brand new death. So something, the old needs to be completely gone. We're starting brand new energetically here. That's the advice. They really want renewal for your October. Kind of use that Libra season to your advantage. It's almost like brand new Libra. Here she or he comes, brand new Libra, just in time for Libra season. We have round and round, so there's a cycle here going on for a lot of you Libras, that this is a cycle that needs to break and needs to break open, perhaps. That's why they're calling for the death card. So something needs to be reborn, like brand new in your life. And the advice is, this is the month for it. While I'm talking about that has perfect correlation to the moon cycles. I like to give you a moon cycle forecast every single month so you know what's coming. October 6th, we have the new moon. That's when you want to bring something new into your life. This is perfect stuff for that. The death card, that brand new renewal, is new moon energy to the max. October 6th. Doesn't have to be on the 6th, but any time toward the beginning of October is a really great time for you to bring anything new into your life, whatever it is. Love, work, health, whatever you're trying to do, beginning of the month, good target date. Now we have the full moon coming in at the end of the month. That is the garbage truck of the universe. That's when you want to get something out of your life that doesn't fit anymore, whether it's people, whether it's stuff, or things, or habits, or emotional baggage, anything, whatever it is. If it doesn't do you good anymore, get it out by the end of the month. You can use it kind of like a target date, really. And, I've put together a little moon cycle cheat sheet. And what that is, it's a reference guide. It's a tool that you can use to navigate the rest of your 2021. It's not just through October, but it goes through the end of the year. And I'm giving that away to you absolutely free, just for signing up to the newsletter. It's on the website at the very bottom. You sign up for the newsletter, you put in your first name and your email address. You send that off. I send you back your moon cycle cheat sheet. And like I said, use that to your advantage, because the lunar energies are much easier to work with, and things will flow much more if you align major life events up to them. So that's what we have for the advice column. The external influence. A lot of you are remodeling or want some kind of change with your environment. There is it's coming in blocked, but I feel like a lot of you are already kind of feeling this itch. You want something to change as far as the looks and the appearance. It could be a physical move too. You may be starting to consider these kind of things, but basically it's some kind of remodel. It's changing the appearance of your environment. Even if it's going on a vacation or taking a break from something, you're basically changing your environment. And that's what's coming up. It may not be coming in October fully. Like I said, it is coming in blocked, and we did give them the choice to change that. They wanted to keep it blocked. So it's very important to remember. So there is some kind of remodel type of vibe or energy that's coming up for your environment. Keep that in mind as you move forward. October just may not be the trigger date to pull on that, but you can maybe start planning for something like that. And that might be the whole key to the whole thing. Maybe this is something that you should really do in a big way in November or December, or maybe to start the year out in January. Something like that comes up there. So they want you to start thinking about that. Under hopes and fears here, we have a lot of you are really afraid of your life turning into kind of going down a more rougher patch. It's kind of a general statement. I guess you could apply that to most people. It's not like, that's really rare or anything. When we go through struggles in life, nobody likes that. So that's just kind of the thing. They say that you are worried about it. And for a lot of you, this is more, the sword suit is very mental. It's very cerebral. So a lot of you are worried about things that aren't even real. They're kind of like illusionary things. So that is really the main thing here that we have to pay attention to. They don't want you to worry about things, especially if they're not real. They want you to worry about the real things that's right in front of you. This is kind of like a grounding message, if you will, or a reality check. Bring things back to reality. Don't worry about the future too much. Don't worry about the past too much. Don't worry about your thoughts too much. Worry about what's right in front of you, what you see. Take things one step at a time. That's kind of the vibe here. It's not to get stuck in your own head, in your own fears. Now we end with final outcome out here. Final outcome shows a return of a friend for a lot of you, and also a really good perception. And it could go both ways for different Libras. For some of you, this is somebody returning from your past. This could be a lover. This could be a friend, a family member that you haven't seen in a long time. All that energy is extremely high in October. I would expect those kind of things to occur. What you're going to do with them is completely up to you. Now, the other side of it is, if it's not the return of a friend, the energy of the card itself is really, looking at what you have instead of what you don't have. So you're looking at the positive side of things. It's a very, very, very positive thing. It's a good mindset because you want to keep pushing that positive out there, so you keep attracting that positive back. It's very key to do that. And that's how they wrap up your October. So I'm assuming that's more toward the end of October. Yeah, so if there's a friend returning, I would imagine it's more toward end of the month instead of the beginning. But that is kind of the vibe for the Libra entire thing here. So very good stuff there. And let's get into your telling time. I'm going to reshuffle real quick just to get that accurate, and I will be right back. Okay, Libra, I'm back. So the cards have been reshuffled. I'm doing the ritual cut again. I do that every single time. Put them back together, and then we're ready to go. So what I'm looking for here are target dates. I call this telling time. This first round basically represents dates that are extremely important. Like this is the kind of date that like you just cannot miss on. You cannot waver from. And we do have one here. I'm going to quickly just write this down as I talk about it. And I do have to do a couple calculations, so I will cut you out again briefly. But first we do this. And that guy's there. And we're going to check second round dates too, see if they have more than just one date. It could be just the one, or it could be multiple. I have to kind of go through the process to see what they want to share with us. And it looks like that's going to be the date. So I'm going to calculate that real quick, and I will be right back again. Okay, Libras, I'm back again with the calculation. It has come up with one date. It is one that you cannot miss. It is July, the very 1st of July. So the first week of July, let's just put a bracket on that, call it a loose little time window there for about a week. So July 1st, and they're obviously talking about next year's July. They want something to be completed by then. It's going to be different for all the Libras. See, it depends on what you're working with and what's going on. And here they kind of tell me the story of it's going to be so different for different people, but they want there to be some completion by July. So I don't know what it is that you're working on that's going to take about 10 months to complete, but they really want me to give you this time frame to kind of so you can plan for it. They want you to take 10 months to do something. Now for some of you, they talk about getting over some fights with friends and siblings and kind of like rivalry type stuff, like really kind of dumb stuff really, but they want it to be done by July. Next we have health coming in blocked. They want some health things straightened out in 10 months. Whatever it is that you need to straighten out for your health. Over here we have some kind of love stuff. Some of you women who are looking at love relationships, they want this kind of shored up by July. They want some decisions made as far as which way you're going to take it, making up your mind, not so much actually like doing it and getting in a relationship or getting out of one, perhaps, depending on which way, but really kind of having your mind made up in 10 months of which way you're going to take that. That shows that this whole thing, I'm going to talk about more too, but this whole thing shows me that a lot of Libras are going to be at kind of like a crux point, major forks in the road in about 10 months from now. And then finally, the last one is some of you, this is like an enterprise thing. I have the Ace of Wands here. So this is more, new business, new work type thing. All that stuff they want shored up by July of next year. So basically take this 10 months to do whatever, any of these things that I mentioned. That's what they want you to work on. And they really want me to tell you that time now so that you can start planning for it and get ahead of it. So that by the time July 1st comes, obviously that energy is going to be prime for you to do whatever this is. And they don't want you to miss it. So that's our telling time. So that's going to conclude the entire reading. I do thank you for joining me. Please remember to like, subscribe, and to tell a friend. That way you can see future videos. And I will see you all in November.